Hey, what's going on, y'all? So we're going to talk about pay rate. There are many different ways that a company can compensate you. Most companies are going to do cents per mile. Some companies are going to give you, we're talking about company drivers right now, for the most part. Most companies are going to pay you cents per mile. Some companies will pay you percentage. It's generally always best to get paid percentage. A company is inclined to dispatch you on the load that pays them the most. Sometimes that's going to be loads you don't want to take, either because of it's going to the city or it's going to places that hold you up a lot or places that no one else wants to go. And it's more fair if you are able to share in that increased pay amount as opposed to getting a flat rate to deal with all of that extra stress and everything. But most companies do pay a flat rate. So if you have a choice between percentage and flat rate, then choose percentage. The other ways that companies pay are by the load or by the weight, but that's not as common as by the mile. Now, most companies will pay practical miles, and if you get paid practical miles, then you will be short about 10% of what you actually drive with every trip, because that's like city to city. And you got a city that's 30, 40, 50 miles wide, then and you delivering on the opposite side and you picked up on the opposite side of the city you came from, then that's a lot of mileage you're going to miss on, you see. So other companies will pay hub miles or actual miles driven. And if you can choose that type of company, then that's going to end up better for you. Some companies pay whether you're empty or loaded. Some companies only pay if you're loaded. Some companies pay one rate if you're loaded and another lesser amount if you're empty. So all of these are different factors that you take into consideration when choosing a trucking company. But you also still need to know what average mileage a driver should expect per month. You shouldn't try to figure out what it is per day or per week because it's going to fluctuate. So assuming that a driver works 3 weeks and on the third week is going to take a couple of days, then that will give you the average per month. So when you ask a company, ask them how many miles does the average driver make per month? And you can also ask, what does the average driver make per month? And use those for comparison. What else? So now if you're an owner-operator, getting paid percentage oftentimes works out a lot better in your favor. And especially if you can choose the loads that you want to haul. If you have forced dispatch and you're getting paid a flat rate per mile, I did okay like that over 10 years ago, but